Hello, welcome Vital Fitness Stixx crew and my Beat the Bell trainers if you're tuning in today too, and any replay viewers that are just now listening if you didn't receive the live broadcast. This is Vital Fitness Stixx TRXScope segment, okay? And I'm going to have to probably be quick today because I'm so excited. I have actually a good friend of mine coming over this afternoon with her teenage daughter, and they're going to experience what TRX is all about and hopefully add that to their Vital Fitness bucket. And be just as addicted to it as I am. I'm a huge advocate of TRX if you know anything about me, and it's for multiple reasons, but it's definitely a huge item that I put in my personal bucket and pull out at least 2 times a week to use. So hopefully it'll be something that you'll do the same with, and because I think after you get used to it, if you're scared of it at all, after you get used to it, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing piece of equipment I've ever been introduced to. So let's just get started. What is TRX? TRX is a total body resistance training program, okay? And it's a form of suspension training. You have the straps that I'm sure you've all seen that you can get at multiple places. I would recommend, first and foremost, always getting at the TRX website. And what you do is you suspend it from an anchor point. I have 2 of them in my garage that are suspended from pull-up bars. You can buy the X mount from TRX that you can use. It's one of the beauties of TRX. There's multiple places where you can suspend the TRX bands. And they're just so you know, when I say bands, they are not stretchy bands, okay? They're not stretchy by any sense of the word. You can hook them up to trees. You can hook them up to fences at a baseball field. I've done all these things. You can hook them up to the playground and work out with your friends while your kids are playing. It's so portable. You can hook them up to a closet door. It comes with a closet door handle that you can put over the door and close the door. Just make sure the door, the pressure's going the right way. And all that stuff will be demoed in videos later that you can access on the Vital Fitness website and the Facebook page. But it's so portable. It's so modifiable. It's for fitness levels of all ages. The beauty of TRX is that it truly is a piece of equipment that, even though it can be used by all fitness levels, it's equally as challenging because one workout you can do the same exact workout and modify it to level 3, and even if you are experienced with TRX, if you're not feeling it or you're too sore, you can modify it down, or you can modify it to where in 15 minutes you're walking away completely and utterly fatigued. You combine it with cardio moves. It's a full body workout. You use your body weight, and you modify it by the angle from the anchor point. So an increased angle is harder, a decreased angle is more challenging, and it's completely and easily modifiable. So, professional athletes use this. High schoolers to increase their sports levels use it. You can use it in middle, elementary age children, and many retirement homes are using it. It was created by a Navy SEAL, so all the military branches use it. That's how I personally was introduced into it. I used to be in the Army, but my brother, who was actually deployed in the Army at the time, 6 years ago, came back from a deployment and said, "Hey, Nita, this is amazing piece of equipment that we use now overseas, and you're going to love it, the TRX." And he was right. Immediately, I love the TRX. It's an amazing piece of equipment. So, I'm very excited to introduce it to my friend and her daughter. I think it's going to be an amazing thing for them to do together as well. It's a great piece of equipment to use with a friend, or with your husband, with your wife, whoever. It's really fun, and you can kind of also challenge people in that way as well. You know how Vital Fitness loves the challenges. Okay, so why we are incorporating TRX into Vital Fitness is because of those common threads. We constantly talk about the 7 areas of fitness that Vital Fitness focuses on, and that's because we're all about functional strength, right? Functional training. What's going to make you strong living your day-to-day life? That's what we prioritize. What's going to keep you safe? What's going to help you feel strong and help you take care of yourself, okay? And help you stay moving for the rest of your life, and don't go through these peaks and valleys and these, oh, I want to work out, oh, I don't want to work out. It's just keeping it fun, keeping it interesting, empowering you with the knowledge, so that every day you make the choice of what you want to do to move that day, to stay healthy and fit. So that correlates with TRX because TRX also uses all planes of motion, focuses on total body strength, an efficient core workout, along with every other focus on every other types of strength. We talk about our 7 strengths: balance, flexibility, core strength, their classic strength, power, and then cardiorespiratory endurance. And then our seventh strength that we add inner strength and vital fitness, that we'll talk more about that in a minute. And we feel as Vital Fix Stixx crew that every single one of those areas of strength are just as important as the next. So does TRX. TRX also goes along with that OPT model, that that model of total body fitness, and not ignoring one area of the strength over the other, or focusing on one area of strength over the other. That's what keeps us injury free. So that is a huge reason why TRX is definitely in the Vital Stixx program. So another reason, the mantras are the same. The Vital Fitness Stixx, we try to help you exceed your own expectations of yourself. Your own expectations, not what our expectations are of you, but your own. And we try to help you exceed those, to build that inner strength as well by exceeding something you didn't think you could do. TRX mantra, obviously you've heard the your body's your machine, that kind of thing. So you are using your body weight, which is totally cool. But also they say, we're going to meet you where you are and take you where you want to be. And I love that, because it's like, it's your choice. We're going to meet you where you presently are, and then we're going to take you where you want to be. Not where we want you to be, but where you want to be. And TRX does that too. It gets you addicted to it, to where you're like, wow, oh, that used to be level 1. Now I can do level 2. That's pretty cool. And there's so many moves that you never have to do the same workout twice. There's thousands of moves, thousands of modifications, and you can make up your own moves once you know the certain vital standards to make a move, to do it safely. So it's really fun, and I can't wait for them to get here. So hopefully they'll watch this information segment as well before they get here too, but if not, I'll just tell them in person. So let's go back to the 7 areas of strength. We already talked about what the 6 are. Unfortunately, a lot of programs ignore those first 3, the balance, flexibility, and core. You may think that you're focusing on core, but usually we're being inefficient with our core exercise moves. We're doing moves that are, quite frankly, a waste of time. And we are usually ignoring balance and flexibility because they're not as glamorous. Usually people's goals have to do with weight loss or muscle definition. And the beauty of Vital Fitness and the beauty of TRX is that you can't ignore those 3 areas. You always are focusing on balance, flexibility, and core, regardless of what kind of strength move you're doing. And you're using all planes of motion, and you're focusing on that functional strength, whether you like it or not. So that's cool, because it's kind of error free in that way. We tend to hear the average person saying, I want muscle definition, but what happens when you lift weights all the time just to get that muscle definition, and then you injure your shoulder, then you have to recover, and then what happens? The muscle atrophy sets in, right? So you've defeated the purpose. You've wasted all that time, and now you have to start over, and that's frustrating. What happens to the person that just wants to lose weight and thinks, oh, I'm going to do a bunch of cardio because I heard that's how you burn calories? Well, they couldn't be further from the truth, because what's going to happen is you might see some weight loss, but what's going to happen is that repetitive motion is going to cause injury. You're going to have knee problems if that's all you're doing, or multiple other issues, and you didn't focus on any of the other 6 areas of strength that you should have been doing. So once again, you're going to have take time off, recover. You're going to gain any weight that you did lose, and then you're going to be frustrated and back to square one. So these are just more reasons why to always incorporate exercise programs that do focus on the whole body. We're an interconnected chain of muscles, and we move that way. So why not train that way? And that's what Vital Fitness tries to do and help you with, and empower you with knowledge to do that. And then that's also what TRX is greatly known for, and that's why I'm a huge advocate of TRX. Not to mention, and that's a whole nother segment, but repetitive motion causes scar tissue. For you teens out there who think scar tissue is not an issue for you, it is. It will be an issue for you eventually if it's not already and you just don't know about it, because repetitive motion causes scar tissue. Scar tissue causes loss of flexibility. Scar tissue causes loss of strength and power. Scar tissue causes weak spots, and no one wants a weak spot, right? No one wants to experience a weak spot that causes further injury. So if we can avoid that, we're going to probably have some minor injuries if we're active in any stretch of the imagination, but it's going to be injuries that we can recover quickly from and hopefully remain free of injury ultimately. So that's kind of the ways TRX and Vital Fitness kind of intertwine, and that's why I like to have it in the program. Okay, now another thing to keep in mind is, these three areas that are often ignored are always focused on by pediatricians and our doctors. When we go to our physicals, what are they looking at? They're looking at our symmetry. They're looking at our gait. They're looking at if we're being active. They're making our kids jump on one foot. They're making us jump on one foot, touch our finger to our nose. They're all assessing that proprioception, that ability to have controlled instability. And that's what Vital Fitness always emphasizes. Remember, controlled instability. Use your bamboo stick if you're a little bit out of control for level 1 move. Then take it up to level 2 and lessen that stability, but still have controlled stability. Proprioceptive enriched environment. That's what we're all about, and that's what TRX is all about. So that's why they intertwine as well. Listen to your doctors. Ask them why they're assessing those things in your children and in yourself, and go to your yearly appointments. If you're like, what is she talking about? That means you haven't gone to your yearly appointment, because they do. I just went to one and they assess the same thing, and they assess it every year. And as I age, I am a little bit more wobblier, but they still assess it, and I know why they're assessing it. So ask questions. So with that said, that's pretty much all the major ways they do intertwine together, and that's why I like to incorporate it, and that's why I'm so excited to teach my friend and her daughter today. Just remember, it's keeping it interesting, keeping it fun, and that's what leads me to the 7th area of strength that Vital Fitness focuses on, and that TRX is all about as well, is inner strength. Okay, TRX, the reason it's modifiable, or the reason why they made it modifiable for all fitness levels is because all of our reasons for exercising are different, and we all overcome obstacles in different ways. So keeping it fun, keeping it interesting is one way to build your inner strength, which is why TRX is in our Vital Fitness bucket. A couple of other ways to build your inner strength in TRX is through our bamboo power thought. You know that we use the bamboo power thought for multiple reasons. We already talked about that, the controlled instability. But we also use it to document our power thoughts that we have during our workouts. That builds your inner strength. You wonder why is inner strength so important in functional strength? That's because we have to functionally be able to move day to day, mentally functional, and physically functional, right? Mental is just as important as physical. Some days we walk around and we think our mental strength is definitely checked out. But it's important to tune back in, find out, what degree of inner strength we have, and how we nurture that, whether it's working out with others, or whether it's working out to music or in the nature, whether it is, running outside, or whether it's changing up those things, which I personally think is the best way to nurture our inner strength, is always keeping it interesting and changing it up, but really focus on what obstacles have we gone through in life, and what did we grab from to get through those obstacles in a strong way. That's what nurtures our inner strength. So when we discover that and when we explore that, we can use those in our fitness routines as well. If we know we love work, if we know being around friends helped us get through an obstacle, or if we know that, giving us some quiet time helped us get through an obstacle, then use those things as well in your workout routine as well to build that inner strength, to help you get to that finish line, that goal, then help you cross that goal, cross that finish line, maintain that goal, and then even more so, maybe use that as a building block for your next goal or for your next adventure that you want to take on. Because you truly can. If you strengthen all those areas, you truly can cross any finish line, cross any goal, and take on any journey that comes your way or that you choose to take. So I truly, truly believe that. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. In the demo video, there'll be lots of modifications and some sample moves. There's wonderful resources online as well for TRX, but hopefully some of the videos will teach you some of the moves and the correct way to do that. And hopefully you can use this as another item for your Vital Fitness bucket to just place in there, because you never, that's the beauty about having that bucket. If it's full of items, you're never going to have an excuse not to be healthy and move and stay moving. And even more so, you're not ever going to want to have an excuse anymore. So just remember, try it out. It's super fun. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Okay, thank you, and we will see you next time. See ya.